forget your pain. This is how you do it, the Shoshie way. I'm gonna teach you, be ready to learn. 'Cause when I'm done, it's your turn. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. We paint miniatures. Turn on, tune in, hear what I say, but watch it real closely, enjoy your stay. You'll see me painting from up above, and if you like it, give it mad love. Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? Take your time, steady and you can do it right. Shoshie can enter my world, watch your clothes. And when I'm through, why not have it go? We paint miniatures. 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 We paint miniatures.
Now you should be able to hear me. Yay. Okay. It is Monday. Yay. Hi, Millennia. Sweet shirt. Yep, this is my Kingdom Death. I think this is the new Verdant Night. I can't remember which shirt this is. New one. Yeah, the mic is not dead. You know? Hey. Hi, Rumble, our staff, Millennia. Buddy, how are you guys? Verdant Lord, that's it. Thank you. That is awesome. How's everybody doing? It is Monday. I have to tell you guys, I almost wasn't going to stream. I was like this close to not streaming, and I'm still maybe only going to do a short stream because I could not sleep last night, and I was up till like 3 a.m. And so just right before, pretty much from 12:30 to 1:30, I was trying to nap on the couch just a little bit. And so I'm still kind of, Hi Aurora, Tay McNull, how are you guys? But you know what, I really wanted to get this stuff done. I wanted to be here for you guys. I know that for some of you, this is something that you might look forward to, you know, before you begin your week. So, yeah. So what I've got here today, I've got a few commissions I want to show you that I've been working on. I've been doing this commission. See if I can adjust my light a little bit. There we go. This is one of the models from Night Models. I think we saw me paint him on stream before. I can't. Hi, Sethany. How are you? Everybody. Amy G. Hey. I like how this community like says hi to themselves. So nice. Nice community. So anyway, so I had started this. I've got almost all of these models done. They're from Night Models. It's the Court of Owls. A bunch of these resin, and they're just tabletop level. That was all they were meant to be. So they're just like quick painted, which for tabletop level, they're not bad. No, this one is probably one of my favorites. She's really cute. I think you saw me paint her on Twitch. I can't remember for sure. All right, so there are only 3 of those left. Thank you for the host, Mark Goodwin. I appreciate that. So I've got these 2 are the only ones from that commission that are left, and I guess the base on this guy's pretty much, there's not much to him. So I've got those 3, and then I have these 2 for another client. I don't know if you can see those real well. This is Lobster, what is his name? I'm going to look this up. Lobster Johnson, and this one is Roger the Homunculus Heathen. And these are both from Hellboy, so if you guys are familiar with Hellboy, you'll be excited about this. So these are little pawns that came with the Hellboy game that a friend of mine, probably one of my oldest gaming friends that still lives here in town. So they gave them a little friend discount for knowing me forever. So let's get going on that. And then if we get all these done, which could very well get these all done in one stream easily, because I'm not supposed to spend a ton of time on them being tabletop, I'm going to start working on this Corn Lord. That's going to be the next thing we're going to paint on stream. So whether we start him today or on Wednesday, he's going to get painted this week. And not only that, but I think we're going to do him in metallic metals, because I think that'll be really cool looking. I've seen Bohan is actually working, I think, on the same model. I feel like he's doing the same model. And so Bohan posted a picture recently, and I'm going to take a look at it and probably use it for inspo. Yeah, Spiky. It is a busy desk. You should see how busy it really is. Actually, there's even more models over here. And look at this. Okay, so this is how much I've got. This is one commission right here. Let's take these out. These are so cute. Look at these owls. Owls. Great horned owl. This one is a. That's a greenhorn. No, this is I don't remember which owl that is, but this is the barn owl. How cute is that? How tiny. So this is all one commission right here. There's like 16 models. I don't usually do a large batches, but lately I've been doing a few. Burbs, exactly, burbs. So I thought we would just be chill. We would have a bunch of stuff to work on. We would kibitz and schmooze together and have some fun. And I'll show you kind of, it's not going to be as much of a, show and tell type of stream, but it'll be like a Shoshie's getting stuff done type of stream. So real quick, I'm going to compare to quarter vowels. Got to look at the references. All these. Here we go. So this guy is called 1890s Talon. Oh, Evanston, for subscribing. You're the first today to subscribe for 27 months. Guys, give some hype. Subscribers. Didn't even get it written down yet. Thank you so much, Teviston. And as you know, definitely subscribing is one awesome way that you can support this. And we just recently bought a whole bunch of music for the stream. Also, we'll be doing a giveaway for followers on the 1st. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to give away. I think I have an idea of what I want to give away. I'm spelling Teviston wrong. Teviston. See, I told you I wasn't quite awake today. Okay, there we go. Make that into an I. Teviston, read it. Hypes. Hypes. Thank you so much. So, my daughter's boyfriend is actually a musician, and he's working on a new piece for the stream, which I'm pretty proud of him for. It sounds pretty good, and kind of his first foray into commercial music. All right, I'm looking at this. Guy is, whoopsie. Switch to this peanut butter, bright color. Put that on my palette. This is for some gold, and then I'm gonna put some actual yellow on my palette. Because really, all that's left on this model is like his weapons and the base, and yeah, finishing with the non-metallic metal. Okay, then I'm gonna put some a little bit of pale yellow. Go. And, well, should put white down? I should probably put white down. Let me find the white. There's white. Okay. A little bit. Gold doesn't, actually, no, I don't want white. I want ivory. There's not a ton of super bright highlights in gold. Not a ton. Is ivory gonna be, yeah, that'll work. Put a little bit more on there. What's everybody been doing? What did you guys do this weekend? Tell me what's been happening. Know what's going on in your neck of the woods. Hey, Sneaky. How are you, Sneaky? Sneaky, so Mike and I have been in birding. We've been doing bird watching, basically, this past week. I'm going back over everything because look, it's not the right color. Get that kind of yellow back. Anyway, we've been bird watching, and we managed to see, what was it called? A yellow rumped warbler. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking little bird. It's tiny. It's a really tiny little warbler. And I was really excited because I had never seen one before. Apparently they're making their way through Illinois, their migration. But Sneaky loves birds. I thought I'd tell her about that. Mark Goodwin, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, tell you about the burbs. Hey, Meaty. Oh, thank you so much, Mark Goodwin. Here we go. That's for subscribing. Lots of hype. Hype. Okay, all of this back here probably needs to be actual yellow. Yep, I'm going to do that. Give it a little bit of a... I've been playing Skyrim, guys. I've been telling you about this, right? So, I'm cheating. cheating because I knocked the difficulty all the way down to novice so I could just the dang quests and then, you know, go have fun and adventure because I don't care about being able to beat stuff. The fighting part is not the most fun thing in the game for me. Need a different color of, let's use this ochre, yellow ochre. A little shake too. Yeah, so fighting is not the thing that gets it for me. I don't mind a little bit, but so much fighting. I was hating like dying to dogs all the time. It was so irritating. Who wants to spend your whole game having wolves kill you? Hi, Zamaro, how are you? Yes, he's bummed. Sucks when you don't get to keep a job that you liked. Dora says, I've been trying to do yellow ochre skin with Pro Krill, but I feel their yellow ochre is behaving weird. I agree. It does behave a little weird. Are you using it on a wet palette or are you using it on a dry palette? Because I think, from what I remember Slow Fuse saying, is that he uses mostly dry palette with these because they're already so thinned out. And I think that's probably what the deal is with these. Giving these little, whatever these golden scales are, giving them color here. And very carefully. Details when I get. So did anybody get a chance to go outside and do anything outside this weekend? I know that it actually has been some weird weather here in Illinois. Kind of a little bit weird anyway. All right, on the back of his little hair. And really wish that I could do some more gardening. What I will be doing in my our good weather we've been having. Mike's been doing a lot of barbecuing. He roasted, what did he roast? A pork shoulder today. It's all yummy and juicy. Okay. Go with the yellow. All right, everything is nice colored here. Oh, there we go. And I believe his thing broke, but the where the little end of it is, the client said that the resin on this was just so brittle that he understands if I couldn't fix it, and the little piece was lost to oblivion. Okay, 1 second, I'm going to look at chat. I'm not ignoring you guys. I feel like I got my energy back. I got a little Pepsi in me. So hopefully I can do the whole stream. I want to do the whole stream. There we go. That looks good. Let me take a look at chat. Says her work contract, the company she works for is IT and they won't renew the contract. Yeah, you see how you're using. I'm using it on a wet palette, and you can kind of see it's already like soaking up the water from the palette. I think it's gonna be. I think I have too much water in here actually. Attempt to give this little pour out. Definitely don't need your wet palette. If you can see water like that, you have too much water in your wet palette. Tomorrow says, I've been working. Hope everybody's safe. Rumble says, I went for a drive with the windows down, forced fresh air onto my face. That sounds nice. That does sound really nice. Yeah, I need to get out a lot more to exercise and to, get some fresh air as well. So, you know what else I needed on this? Some of this Burnt sienna is my new favorite color. Also, check it out. Remember how we built we built this gal, remember, for the auction? And so I started painting her base. Isn't that cool? We'll be painting her later on stream as well. This is one of the Kingdom Death models that I'm going to be auctioning off. And I got all the others like primed and ready to go. Look at how he turned out. That turned out pretty good. So I've got a lot of, here's the Gold Smoke Knight. That turned out pretty good too. Here's the other nail apotheosis chick. We got this guy is Lancelot. That's gonna be really fun to paint. I think we'll do that with metallic metals as well. I think that would be really cool looking. Got this one. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna sell. I really like her. Might keep myself. And the forge piece. Face is over there. And then, of course, our Corn Lord. Corn Lord. That right here. I need to repaint him black. I got him all nice and primed and then realized for the technique that I want to use, he needs to be entirely black. Hi, Deck Knight. Oh, are they? It's funny that you say they're amazing. They're just primed. They're not even done painting. What minis are these? These right here are night models. And I'm just doing basically some quick tabletop level commission work on them to just have some fun with while we're on stream. Get to see a little bit of non-metallic work here, or non-metallic metal. But yeah, everything's going to be kind of quick. It's just a tabletop level. Those other minis that we've got are mostly Kingdom Death. They're Kingdom Death. Oh. Is everybody staying safe? Or does anybody have any favorite snacks or snack ideas that are easy to? We've been doing buttered popcorn. Actually not even buttered, just oil popped popcorn. Like I said, not even really buttered, just popped on the stove, and it's so good and actually pretty healthy from what I'm reading. This is the light yellow. Okay, now here's where I'm just going to start doing my little small highlight, edge highlighting. Each one of those little scales gets a little highlight, maybe. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Gonna go in here and get the parts that are gonna have the most light on it right there. Little quick interesting thing with tabletop. There we go. All right, he's just about done. I just got to finish his hands. We got to put the burnt sienna on the palette. Hold on. Type it because I have the stream muted. Somebody else is going to have to type it. I'm not going to do that. Never watched a stream like this before. Recently, I ordered an iPad, learned on Procreate, and stumbled on my stream. Oh, that's so cool, Zamaro. Well, it's great that you could stop by then. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 2. Oh, look at that. That is 2. What is the matter with that? Oh, you know what I know? It's supposed to have some brown underneath. That's why. Brown was it though? Dark umber. That was the color. So like I said, we stream here Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 2:30 to 5:30, GMT minus 6. And we have fun. Today is really chill. Today is really like relaxed, and not a lot is gonna, not a lot of exciting stuff going on, but it also means that I get a lot more chances to chat with you guys and talk. So that's nice. Got this little foot here. All right, now that that brown is on there, I can go ahead and add that burnt sienna top. See? Oops, too much. Calm it down. Hey. Thank you for the follows, Amaro. Yay. Yeah, Rumble just told him. Good. But my mom has been making homemade crisps. Oh, yummy. Oh, tell me how she does that, Zamaro. Like real thin. And I want to know the process. Sounds really good. Homemade, we call them potato chips in the US. Homemade potato chips are amazing. In the Depression, my family in the 1930s, my great grandparents made their own potato chips and would go around selling them, to make money. Go to the Court of Owls. There we go. Right. So his little kneecap is also supposed to be yellow, and part of his outfit here is also supposed to be brown right here. Like that. It's funny that we're talking about like cheap snacks that are really not too bad for you. I mean, like crisps, I don't know. You know what? Here's a funny story for my UK friends here. I told Rumble and a bunch of the other guys, but I had a dream that I visited a friend in the UK and we did a box opening, and we ate jelly candies, crisps, and what else did we eat? Jelly candies, crisps, and something else. Wheaties. We don't even call them that. That's why I don't remember what I called. But isn't that funny? Like, I must have been dreaming in British. I've never been to the UK except for to go to Heathrow, to go to some other countries. And I definitely don't I don't know, it's just such a funny thing. Oh, and all of his little, got elbow pads too. I've got to get these. Yeah, I told Rumble, I was like, Rumble, I don't even know what a jelly candy is. And we looked it up, and I was like, oh, that's so funny. Kind of like a Haribo, kind of like a gummy bear kind of snack. Probably like fruit snacks here, is my guess. You guys are making me hungry. You know what's funny is we always make people hungry on this channel. We always talk about food. Garlic salt on popcorn is awesome. If you have Italian seasoning, we do. We have Greek seasoning also. I missed the end of Friday. Really wish I could have heard your thoughts on my painted new guy. You remember? Do you want to repost it? If you want to repost it in the gallery again, do exclamation trip. We can redo it so you can see it. I would love to do that. Did I wake up hungry? I don't know. It was funny though, wasn't it? Fruit pastel, gum wine. Ooh, wine gum sounds amazing. Had the Lord of Corn. Ah. Yeah, so let's these fruit pastels are so good. Red and black ones. Let's do exclamation point whip trips. If this works. There we go. Go ahead and post it again. We're going to look at it again. We got time. Not really sure what she does, to be honest. She cuts them super thin and does the mum magic, and they turn out great. I do have a friend in the UK. It's so funny. I have a few friends in the UK. I just have not had the chance to visit before. And I thought it was really funny that I was thinking in terms of those like sweeties. And, you know, I guess if I'm going to go to the UK, I'm definitely going to have some what do you call it? Indulgence foods, you know? I told Rumble, I said, we have to go get gluten-free fish and chips. He's like, done. And they made it sound, it's like so easy. They've got a gluten-free chippy right near them. I would really love that. Okay, little scarf here. Do the last high bright all right, watch this. Trying to make that right. This particular model doesn't have a ton of detail. All right, there's his little knife. Okay, did you post it on the live? Yeah, post it in the live image gallery and we'll go look at it right now. Missed it. Gallery. Find it. All right, I'll wait till you post it. Doesn't look like you posted it yet. Oh, there he is. Okay, take a look. I'm going to be painting that exact same Corn Lord this week. So you're gonna get a full like little tutorial. All right, let's take a look at this Corn Lord here. Hold on a second. So the whip trip. Go. There we go. All right. So I really like the reds, definitely. One thing that I did say is that the base color doesn't quite jive with the rest of the model. And so what you could do is maybe take some kind of like Agrex or shade or something, because the green is really jarring a little bit with this red. Maybe shade around the bases of like the tufts and skulls and everything, kind of the Agrex or shade, or even a little bit of some kind of wash that will tone that down a little bit. Other than that, I thought it was pretty good, and that when I go through mine, I'll be showing you how I get some definition on like the crest and and on the weapon and stuff. You'll be able to really see, like over here by his neck, you've got nice drop shadows and stuff. Don't really have too much up here. Like this looks like just natural shadow, But if you go in with your dark red and do a dark line under all of the edges of your little gold lips, right? All of these little gold edges that have a kind of a little drop shadow. That will pop everything out, just like you have down here. Like you've got shadow here and here, but you just don't have it enough on the top. And I think it's detracting just a little bit, but everything else is good. And I like the fact that you highlighted the gold with the silver, because that looks good as well. And you can also mix a little bit of silver with your gold in order to calm that down if you don't want it so silvery. Sometimes it'll read as silver. Yeah. Whoops. Sorry about that. I did not mean to do that. So that was my suggestion. Did that help out? First mini you'll ever put. Edge highlights. I saw that. And that really made it look good. And now you just need to combine the edge highlights with a little bit of dark lining. And I might be able to show you some dark lining on one of these models. Maybe. Not this particular one. We'll have to wait. We'll wait until we do these little busts. I'll do dark lining for sure on these, because these are meant to be a little bit more cartoony, especially. Yeah. Tomorrow we do a whip trip gallery, a work in progress gallery every Friday. And new guy missed out on hearing my critique because he was already logged off. But we do a whip trip so that everybody gets a chance to kind of show off what they've been working on. And it doesn't have to be just miniatures. It can be anything creative that you've been working on or any other hobbies. So I want to encourage community, right? All right, I'm getting ready. All right, so this blade has a little bit yellow on it. So there, that already looks better with that yellow on it. So, and for this blade, I'm going to use some of this. It's called blue black. A little bit of this blue black. Reads as gray, but it's also got a little bit of blue in it. Paint this whole blade blue black color. Oh, that's fast. And then my ivory sharp edge. Whew. Hold on one second. And then I'm going to blend that in a little bit with the. One second, I want to look at that. See who did that. What did we miss? Aw, Spear, thank you for resubscribing. Hey, let's give Spear some hype. There we got blade. At the other side as well. Wet blended in. More. All right, Spear. How are you? Hoping you're having a good Monday. Year 1, 27 months. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Year 1959. Go. Can't read that very well, but oh well, let's do the best we can. All right, so that guy is pretty much done. Like I said, we're doing tabletop. That guy is pretty much done. We just have to finish this little girl, like a little cat lady. Have to find out what her name is. Another month, I know. Let's see, what's the name of this chickie? Because her name is Strix. And unfortunately, the only picture they have showing of her is her bum. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that. So just little bits of highlights here. Nice. Light, I will knock it back down with glazing. Oh, it dries darker, so that's perfect. Perfect, perfect. Got kind of do what I want because the original box art doesn't really show too much. We'll highlight right here. Okay, so see how bright that got? I'm going to take my brown that was my original base coat, just glaze that right over the top, kind of smooth out that leg. See, it was just a little bit bright. It does help. And now with the light again. Oh my gosh. Whoever sculpted this gave her owls right on her chest. Oy vey. No wonder they turned it around. Kind of cheeky. That's fun. It's kind of funny. I mean, it's... All right, so then she's also got yellow on her face. Got... These models are really tiny, and they're really detailed. So to try to do these higher than tabletop was kind of a nightmare no matter what you think. All right. Got some little goggles on with her little, and look here. Rust is metal, and then her gold, the rest of the gold is on her sword hilts. And her bracelets. She has bracelets on too. I forgot about that part. Starting out with the sienna. Have a little contrast. I started that way too. Beak is so tiny. Can't read it. All right, let me take a look at you guys' chat again. She is tiny. I mean, and really fragile. Hi, Nixon Minis. How are you doing? She's so fragile that I've already broke off one of her weapons already, and I had to kind of sculpt it, hand sculpt it. Not fun. Get in here with this sienna. There we go. All right, I'll let that dry. Come back over this with our brighter yellows. What I'll do is I'll just work my way around the mini. We'll do the metal part now. Do I have any other hobbies, Amaro? Yes, I like to fish, and I like to bird watch. That's a kind of a new hobby of mine, bird watching. And I like to watch TV a lot. Hi, Mikolas. I like to rumble about fixing models. He's bossed a blade repair on a bus the other day. Oh, very cool. Yeah, Here's Ravage. Quite proud of that. That's nice. Awesome. As you should be. All right, now that this is dry, come in here very carefully. Get her little, there's some of that's still wet. So. You see how I'm touching my fingers together? I've got my elbows on the table and I'm touching two fingers. So I've basically got 3 points of support for my hands. I can come in here real easily and get very good brush control as I'm supporting my hands against each other like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't probably be able to get such detail. In fact, paint is being kind of runny today, which is annoying. I got too much water on my palette. Alright, I think I can decide. Here we go. Go. My plan is to get her done pretty quick. See if I can. Some of her leg is a little bit. Is that water? That's water, right? No, it's... Yeah, that's so much better. One of my kind of rules is if you're going to paint something tabletop, paint it really clean if you can, because even if it's not high quality, if it's clean, it will still look pretty dang good. You know what I mean? That's what we're working on right now. So like in between her bracelets, I go back and I kind of touch that up. All right, back to the yellow. Here. Good. Yes. All right, that is, then I just want to do my little ivory touch-ups, my little, just little bitty, little touches of the ivory on the highlights, or the gold. What's going to make it look like rule of cool for non-metallic metal. Ah, see, that's a little bit too much. See? Back in with my brown and touch up her hand right there. See that? This whole side of the hand fixed. So better. That part. That little bit of bling makes it look like a metal. Right on part of her face mask or whatever that is. Bling bling. There we go. All right, lastly, on her eyeballs, I'm going to use a little black and a little bit of green. You like fishing, but you're allergic to fish, so you can't take them off the hook. Wow, I didn't know that. You could be that allergic to fish. Amazing. Thankfully, I'm not allergic to fish, but I am very allergic to most pollen and weeds. So I can't garden like I used to. So remember the technique you use for it if you have to do the same sometime. Yeah. Rebel says it was very thin resin blade that had cured or curled. I heated it in boiling water, straightened it out on a metal ruler, dunked in an ice bath, then coated with a brush on gloss fibers, super solid and straight now. I didn't know you could do that. That's awesome, Rumble. The brush on gloss varnish really helped. Nicholas, thank you for that host. I appreciate that. I am using a number 1 Raphael 8404, I believe. 404. Of course, the covered. Maybe it's an 8404. Hold on. 8408. 8408, which I know that's not what I ordered, but they sent this anyway, and it's been okay. But the 8404 are better. Isn't that funny? So here we're going to go back in a dark line around, clean up even more, separating. See how I separated between the different materials? So like black goes there. Doesn't that make a big difference? I just realized her waist also gets some gold. Okay. Yeah, that's good. All right, the black is going to go on her little goggles here. They're hard to see. It's so tiny. Ugh. Well, sometimes good is going to get. I put a little drop shadow in between her arm and the sword. Ugh, I went right over. Go. All right. Separate that gold from that brown. That looks better. Now we can put on her belt buckle. There we go. Okay. Again with the gray blue, I'm gonna paint this sword. This is the sword I had to fix. I had to completely sculpt my own sword, and it was not fun. I'm not a sculptor, guys, but I made it work. Definitely not a katana sword, though. See? Then her boots. What I gotta do. Todd says, yay, Shoshie time. At least I get to listen during my drive home. Oh, good. I'm so glad. You're allergic to the outside as well, Bethany. Had that happen. You got in the brush you didn't order and you liked it anyway. I know, but it's also frustrating because if you pay a lot of money, then you want what you originally got, right? All right, I'm going to add a little bit of ivory to this blue. And this is going to be the highlight boot. A bit more ivory. There. Oh yeah, that looks good. It adds a little bit of a reflection sheet. And then this is supposed to be black, her little belts. That's for my brush. really black. And I have no idea what color her little utility belt things are. They're black now, and I'm gonna highlight those with the gray as well. And this whole little strappy thing all around her chest, which is so stupid. Sorry, but this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's like, if I'm a woman and I'm any kind of superhero, I'm not wearing a strap around my boobs. It's like literally strapped around her boobs. Like, sorry guys, not cool. Not funny. All right. Once I get that dry, we can start with the blue again and highlight. It's going to be more metallic-ish, right? Go in here with the lighter blue. That looks good. Boom. Same thing with little pouches and her kind of dumb strap thing here. Second. Like, right now the lighter color. They're making this highlight a lot smaller so it feels reflective. So stupid. There. All right, now that same light color is going to be reflected. Her little blades, like that. Make that for blue on this end. I'm going to attempt to blend that a little better right there. All right, and then where else can we do like a that lower half of that blade can have a little reflection as well. That. One more thing, and then check chat. Side. Like I said, this is tabletop level. I'm not trying to get it super duper high def. Go. All right, she is almost done. Last thing I want to do. Remember how we talked about dark lining? I'm going to take this black dark line right around the top of her boot, because separate those. And that looks pretty cute. I don't say so. And I feel like she would have a little bit of gold on her boots. That actually looks good. I'll leave that there. Ta-da! Okay. The last thing I do on those is I'm going to show you how these have little kind of cobblestone bases. I'm going to show you how I make them look kind of cool and marbly-esque. Go back to chat and read it. Good. Raphael's, I know. Dab, I paid $25 a piece for these, and I think it's because I think that everybody's price gouging. Because I don't remember them being that expensive. I think we're being price gouged. Hi, new guy. You're watching Nipple Belt. I know, right? Is it a trope? I don't know. I hope it's not. All right, for my little cobblestone, I've got Shadow Flesh. Got my blue-gray. already on the palette. I already have brown on here, and I have ivory, and the last thing I need is like some of this cadmium skin, I think. Oh, there might be one more color that I need. I think I need this brick red, burnt red. Yours was a Winsor Newton Series 7. They sent you the miniature. Oh, yes. Yeah, you got to be really careful to try to avoid that. I'm going to put some more burnt sienna on the palette as well. There we go. Burnt sienna. These will be done. I'm so excited. All right, so I'm going to take some of my cadmium flesh, mix that. I'm going to try to get a color. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I just got on the end of her sword. I'm going to run this over the top of these little flagstones gently. And also this, this whatever manhole cover thing, that's also going to get some color to it as well. It's okay if I let some of that darkness show. I'll give it some definition. Now I'm going to add some of the lighter color, wet blending it right on, using some of this really light color here. Not trying to be super neat. I just want them to kind of match these, which right now that means I need more white bulb. There we go. On the flagstones. To a red. And a little ivory. And then I'm going to kind of just drag that ivory like, I need enough on my brush that I can actually do this. There. Kind of drag it through. Some more brown on top. And let's see, I have another one of those. This one right here is also the manhole cover, and I have a little bit of ivory kind of dragged on top of that as well. So we're just gonna, there. Rest the black, and I'm just going to go around the edge, clean up anywhere that I messed up, and I'm going to sign the bottom in a minute. I got everything else signed. One of the things, if you get a commission from me, you'll get a signed mini. All right, let's do this one. Dad says, no, they're gouging because we're all crafting. Sure, you people won't pay for artist work, but now that you're all pretending to be artists because you're stuck at home, you're driving up our costs. Aw, Zab. I know, let your darkness show. Zab is bitter. Everyone is an artist, Zab. Let people play. This is hard times. Okay, I'm just gonna I put a whole bunch of mess all over here. And I'm just gonna go back. Siennas and some burnt color. That's too much. That looks nice. Kind of like that. By the way, let me know if you want to listen to something else. You can spend your points. Know that Mark has a lot of points. He likes buying songs from the playlist. All right, once that gets a little bit dry, I'll go around the edge of it with my ivory. That. Using the side of my brush to kind of create that mottled look. And now with the black, we're going to cover up all these little flakes I just made, which there's not many. Good. Right there. All right, that's done. One more. we're done with those, guys. I like getting stuff done. Not a little bit, not one bit. Zab, so funny. So what do you guys think? I think you were right. A lot of people crafting. I think we are lucky. I really do think that we're lucky in this hobby because this is a hobby for us. Think about those people who just work and they come home and they spend time with their families, and that's all they do. So what are they doing right now? They're losing their minds because they don't have regular hobbies and they don't know what to do with themselves, right? At least we kind of already have something that we like to do. I feel really grateful for that. You know, it's funny, it's because this is my job, right? I've been like, what are my hobbies? What are my hobbies outside of painting? Because what would I do if I wasn't able to paint? Like, I would be bored to tears is what I would be. A little bit bored to tears. Okay. Go. So while that dries, get out my ivory and do the little thingamabob that I'm doing where I'm kind of just touching parts of it. Oops, see, I got that on there. Black to cover that up. Got a few spots for that. There. All right, those are done. Happy. I love getting things done. The mission is done. All right, this is white. White on the palette. Last thing I want to do. Oh, thank you for your subscription. Robosh, 76. How are you? 11 months. Dab says Sethany is the worst Winsor Newton. Although Winsor Newton went to hell when they moved production to China. It's true. It's not consistent. All I do now is study, paint, and family. It's the greatest. Oh, that's good. That's great. All right, Robosh. 76. How are you doing, Robosh? All right, what's left? We got to sign the minis, and I also got to put a little bit of white. We're going to take this brush and do these little veins on the edges of those just to kind of finish those off. And then we're going to flip it over and I'm going to sign it with my name. They always do. Bye. Oops, that's messed up. I already messed it up. All right. Hold on. That's why we have black. That's why I do them in black and white, so I can easily cover it up. Been signing my name same way for a long time. $2020. Anybody who gets a model in 2020, that's going to be a collector's item, right? Because it's going to be like, oh, I remember the COVID thing of 2020. Actually, you guys, sign the bottoms of your models. Put the date that you painted it. It will be like a little historical time capsule of your work. I am dead serious. Start doing that. Start doing that, especially this year. Sign your work and date it on the bottom. It lends a little like validation that you are an artist. I know we're just painting models, but I don't care. This is your art. This is your hobby. You should be proud of it. You should be proud of it enough to put your name on it. And I also think by dating it, we kind of give ourselves a timeline of like, you know, this is what I was doing at that time. This is what level I was at that time. I remember when I was going through my non-metallic metal tabletop phase, whatever. All right. Yay, we got a new follower. The Captain 99. Hello, welcome. Yay. Okay, We're ready for lobster. No, this is the homunculus. Name is, what is his name? His name is something homunculus. Let me look him up. Close this down. I'm so happy to be done with these owls. Okay, Roger, the homunculus. Pretty simple. Mostly 2 colors based on art for the comic. Kind of green. Okay, found a picture. Roger the greenish colored. What are we going to do? We're going to take this golden brown is going to be mostly his leathers. There we go. And then there is yellow. We've got yellow on our palettes. And then that kind of poopy brown green. What color is that? Use just a tiny bit of dark camo green to mix it with, what am I going to mix it with? I will mix it with a little ochre. Nope, that's not it. We're going to mix it with a little bit of this color as well. There we go. That's gross. That's his color though. Yep, that's a match. All right, I'm going to paint his face the color. Now, notice that I'm kind of blocking in the color with my brush by just kind of painting it quickly, leaving the black in the shadows. May not do that all the way. We'll see. Seems to be a little bit hydrophobic, that primer. But okay. I have never painted this dude before. Roger the homunculus. So far, so good. I'm doing the skin first, by the way. This is a really good model to show you guys how I do some basic miniature painting. I'm going in first, I'm painting all the skin. Now, I want you to notice, see how if I get paint over on his shoulder, that's okay, because and like right here on his outfit, that's okay, because I'm painting the skin first. So that way, when it's time to paint the rest of it, it's gonna go over the top of that and cover that up as I go. I start from the inside out on the model. Got some little arms over here. Poop color. That's really the best way to describe it. Has anybody ever read the Hellboy comics? You guys know if I'm doing this right? Best I can in as quick of a time as I can. Because this guy is, not only is he tabletop level, but he's speed painted as well. Just as fast as possible. If you ever want to commission me for something speed painted, I could show you some examples of stuff I've done. But it's a really good way to get kind of an inexpensive paint job. There we go. All right. More base coat. You see, it's a little bit thin. Now look at that. I haven't read the comics, but you do have the new Hellboy bust on pre-order from Mantic. That's cool. I don't know. I would like to paint that as well. I think I'm going to be. That'll be really cool. Knows what's going to happen with this economy, though. I just will cross my fingers. I was telling people, I've always told people, like, you know, subscriptions are awesome, but if you really want to keep me streaming, keep me working, and commission me, because that is what I live for. I live for commission. I am open. I'm gonna let that dry. And I'm gonna work on his vest now. Look at the vest and that over there. All right, there's quite a bit of black. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and be very selective about highlighting this vest. I'm looking at where the highlights are on the actual model. That's where I'm going to put the brown to start. And then let the rest just the black, right? If that doesn't look right, then I'll change it, but I want to see what it's going to do. It's going to look good. Might be wrong. Okay, I think I'm going to get out a little dry brush. This seems like the perfect model to dry brush. So I've got my little smoosh brush here. I put a little paint on the brush. And I'm going to wipe most of it off so that there's just a little bit on the brush. And then I'm going to go ahead and dry brush model. And it's looking okay. Yeah, bad. It leaves the black. What's nice, it leaves the black. Okay. So that's showing me that there's not enough paint on my brush, so I got to go back, add it back on there. I don't know enough about the Hellboy lore to know if he's a cop or what is he? Enforcer? Is he a Hellboy enforcer of some kind? Okay. Whew, I need to put more brown on my palette. Here it is. The dark umber. Oop, that's a lot. We'll see. That's probably too much. Put a little bit in. That's a lot. I'm going to have to wipe most of that off. See what happens. Ooh, there we go. Little straps on his shoulders. I'm going to go back in and touch up the greenness that I'm getting at. That is leaving all of the dark, and then I'm probably going to wash it. Like, this is tabletop, right? All right, now I'm going to rinse that brush, like speed painted tabletop. Where's my Nuln oil or dark? Actually, the quick shades will work as well. See if I can find something. Black. Hold on. Here's an umber wash. That. Actually, let's use the Agrax Earth shade first. And no. I've got a whole bunch of washes I'm considering. There we go, Nuln oil. I found it. I am not seeing anything that I can put my Nuln oil in. I don't want to put it on my whip out. There it is. Found my little dry palette. Let me check chat too. I haven't read the comments. You'll be researching it soon. Ah, yeah. 4 more days until the labyrinth. I know, I'm so excited. I'm gonna get everything. Getting it all. I'm so excited. And you guys are really excited. All right, here's the Nuln oil. Glasses off. Put this on his vest. Let that go into the little shadows. Good. And in the crevices of his sides too, on his arms. Yay! Who followed us? Gilby CTA 102. Hello, how are you? Welcome. All right. Putting all the little details and little emblem back here. BPRD. Getting to see me paint ultra fast. Maybe, I don't know, can you learn something watching me paint this fast? Is that teaching you anything? Getting our darks dark. That's the thing I'm attempting to do at this moment. Those shadows. Do some Nolan oil on his face. Pull out those details I didn't get before. Okay, I didn't get this side. I'm slathering. It is called Talent in a Bottle for a reason. All right, that's going to dry. That needs to dry. So where's the other model? This is Lobster. Lobster Jones. See what he looks like. Lobster Johnson. Sorry, Lobster Johnson. Got a pale face. Okay, but he's a white guy, so we can give him a brown skin undertone first of all. Starting with the brown, and then we'll go ahead and layer up with the pinks for the other colors. I'm leaving just that little bit of black, my crevices and shadows, purposely giving it kind of a comic book outline, right? You've seen the comic books for this game. It's very stylized. That is it for his skin. Okay, let that dry, and then the rest, what is he wearing? He's wearing a lot of blue. He has his own comic? Oh, okay. He's got gray. Let's use gray. Again, I'm going to go and leave a little bit of that black crevices. Like that. Lobster Johnson. What a name. Why is his name Lobster? They all have such funny names in this game, the game and the comic, everything. I'm doing what I call overbrushing, so I'm leaving, again, like I said, I'm leaving that little black crevice. I want that to be there. Why these are painted all solid black. Okay, now I can take a little bit of ivory and mix it with this black. Just a smidge. And then I can go over here. Just highlight a little bit spots. I'm just blocking in the color because what I'm going to do later it's almost like dry brushing. I'm going to go back over that with the gray blue. blend that in. And in a lot nicer. So we were talking earlier about bird watching, and Mike is a photographer, and he's also got kind of this photography business going. That's my husband. And because I'm really interested in the birding, I wanted him to be able to take pictures of when we catch these, when we sight these birds. So we're gonna get a telephoto lens. It's not cheap, but I'm gonna use some of my business profits to help out, because you don't actually live with my income. It's a nice little perk. I can do that and help his business out for once, because he definitely helps me out with my business. All right, there we go. So we got Lobster Johnson. He's got his little highlight in here. I'm gonna go ahead and do my highlighting first. This, and everything else is kind of also highlighted, right? Everything is blue-gray. He doesn't have a lot of detail. All right, let's do the face on him. See what people are saying in chat also. Hi-oh, Fertino, how are you? And Nicholas says, quick question. What do you do if you have a paint that is going on too thin? Just more layers, or is there something else you can do? You can add a little bit of white to it, paint it, and just like how I'm doing here, I'm gonna add a little bit of white and then glaze it back, right? Sometimes you can do that. I'll show you. Do like my white here on the outline of his little chin strap. And then I'm going to glaze it back with the original color, which if it's thin, it will go right over it. Really nice, but it might kind of have a highlighted effect, if that makes sense. So we'll see. Let's see how good it looks. Might need to go even thinner, because yeah, that's better. That is so much better. See how I knocked that down? Okay, so I'm gonna try this again. We're gonna put white on the edge of his collar, right? We'll leave that bright. Kind of doing a little bit of a value study on here. Lobster here, that's why he's called Lobster Johnson. Right here is his little lobster claw. Okay. So I've blocked in my values, or at least a couple values here. All right, what kind of bust is this? Is a tiny little meeple kind of bust from Mantic Games, and it is the Hellboy Kickstarter for the board game, the Hellboy board game. Okay, adding a little bit of my flesh tone color, and I'm leaving that brown in the crevices, right? So get the maximum layer. Oops, I got paint in his mouth. That I don't want, so I'm going to go back in with my black. There we go. I need to let that layer dry because it's thin. When I do skin tones, I do thin amounts. Okay, see how that makes, that is actually a thick layer. His chin and his nose are brighter. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. Back to his outfit, because his outfit is almost one color. Makes sense? Yeah. Hope it makes sense. Right. Oh, his lobster claw is a bright blue. Okay. Go ahead and get in here, and we're going to block in the other colors. Leaving a lot of black because he just doesn't have a lot of colors in him. Chris Frozen, thank you for that raid. Guys, get some hype. Let's defend. How's everybody? Chris's people. We've been just working on commissions, being chill. How are you guys doing? We're working on a bunch of Hellboy busts for this game from Mantic. Right, here we're gonna get in some of the leather here. The highlights on the brown. How are you, Chris? What were you working on your stream? I think you paint a lot of Warhammer, if I'm correct. I think that's how I've seen you paint. So, we're just doing some tabletop commission. Hype. Great, thank you. And staying safe. Yeah, we're all staying safe, being our normal nerdy selves. I love it. Works out great, doesn't it? Oh, let's add a little bit more brown to that. Yeah, that's perfect. So here I'm just painting highlights of this leather. All leather. Yeah, it is. Good. Hey, we got a new follower. The Triple Diamonds, how are you? Hope that you're having a good Monday. Great, thank you. We're doing some Necron commission for a friend's channel and then some more work on your armies too. Awesome. That's awesome. Good, I'm glad that you're staying busy. Staying busy, staying safe. That's what we got to do, right? By doing this little bit redder, a little bit browner layer. Better. We did the Nuln oil wash right before this layer, and it really helps set in our darks, our dark shadows. All right, here's the shoulder strap. We'll make that a little bit lighter than the rest for a little contrast. A little bit of ochre in there, just a little bit of ochre for some of the brighter. Oh, it's a little, maybe too yellow. A little bit red. Yeah, and then we can glaze it back down if we need to. Yeah, that looks more like actual leather, brown leather, doesn't it? The red. Lots of overbrushing is happening. Bringing out those volumes. All right, and the back. Start with this brown first. Still a little bit wet, so I don't try not to get it into the wet spots because I don't want to oversaturate or get it all blue, runny. I don't want that. Side. See how fast you can paint with just knowing where stuff goes. Kind of just know where little highlight's gonna go. That green is contrasting with that reddish brown. All right, lobster has some pretty yellow eyes, so I'm gonna take my ivory. Try to paint a little oval in there. Oh, we got a new subscriber. Amberden. Hello, Amberden. 28 months. How are you? Still here working on going stir crazy, I bet. Are you able to get some walks in, Amberden? Did you get your yard cleaned out yet? Well, Diamond says, doing fantastic. How about you? I'm good as well. You know what's funny is like I was so tired right before I started streaming, but I got my energy back now from you guys. Got some really good Twitch energy going now. All right, so those are not good. You can tell right away they're not good. So, all right, well, we can always go in and fix it with that green, right? A little bit of green, a little bit of, one eye is a little bit higher. That is getting better. There we go. Okay, that's good enough, I think. Let me check the buttons on his outfit. Working on it, still got loads to hack back. Do you get to burn in your neighborhood at all? Get to burn those sticks up, or do you have to wait for somebody to collect it? All right, so the buttons are the same color as the skin. Unusual. All right, we're gonna do the buttons. I got way too much water. All right, here's the buttons. Got a little bit more side. Oh, that works. Go ahead and highlight. Little ochre. A little bit of a, ooh, that's, I don't know about that. We'll see. Highlight with the ochre and then we'll knock it back down with some green. Right? I'm contouring his face right now, guys. Getting all the little highlighted areas. Like I said, blocking in that color a little bit. Got a very heavy brow. Oh, that's already looking pretty nice. All the highlighted areas. See, now he's looking dimensional. Three-dimensional. Neck sinew. He's a homunculus. So they called him. Okay, now his eyes are supposed to be yellow. Now that that yellow or that ivory is dried, I can go in here with the yellow over the top. Because it's nice and bright, you can see it real well. That. Creepy. Oh, good. Let's get out a gecko. Yes, let's get out. Don't think you're allowed to burn. You should collect 2 wheelie bins full of garden waste on Wednesday morning. Oh, good. All right, let's switch. Get out a gecko. And let's take a hydration break and a stretch break. All right, so everybody get up and stretch. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, did you guys hear my back? Did you hear that? That was like so nice. Oh my God. I think I literally popped like 5 bones in my back. Oh my God, they're so cute. Take a picture. Hold on, I gotta take a picture of peppercorn. Sleeping in a log. Looking so cute. Cute. Okay, I'll show it to you guys when I get a chance here. I'll get Ginger Biscuit out again. I think Peppercorn has figured out that if she's in the log, that she doesn't get taken out. Biscuit. Good girl. Like squint. Not like the light. Let's turn the light up for you. There we go. What are you gonna do, Biscuit? Gonna blep. Nope. Stay on my hand, girl. She's like always like they leave their tail hanging off. It's like I think they use it to be able to tell if they're gonna fall. Something's gonna be able to like. Are you gonna walk down? Yep, she's gonna walk onto my other part of my hand. If I can get her to walk onto the lip. Walk on my hand. Go. Cute. She's like so funny. Look at her little hands. They have 5 toes on each limb. And at the end of their fingers or whatever, their little claws, they have little claws, tiny baby claws. But they're really not good at climbing. They're not a climbing. They're a terrestrial species. Hi, Revik. RevQ. How do I say it? I'll call you Rev. Biscuit. Pep. She's not like the light. Pep. Cute. Bidzord. All right, we're gonna put her back. That's enough for you. Peppercorn is snoozing. I'm gonna show you this picture of her. She's so cute. If I can. Today is food day, so on that. All right, it's secure. I want to show you this photo of Peppercorn that I just took. Yeah, look at her. She's snoozing. So cute. If they're in that log, sometimes they're both in that log. I can't really get them out, and I'm not going to stress them out trying to get them out either. So, rumble back. Do you get to see the lizards rumble? Hold on, I'll show you one more time. See. Just took this picture of Peppercorn right before we got out Ginger Biscuit. He's sleeping. Cute. Love it. Soon you'll feed yours. There was I don't even want to talk about it. Actually, there's a viral video of a snake, of like a big python taking a poo. I don't even know if it was viral, but it was in one of the reptile groups I'm in, and I was like, I will never own a python, ever, after seeing that. All right, I feel like I need a little ivory mixed into this green. Like it's too, there we go. Try this. Yes, there we go. A little bit more of that. Just it was a little bit too bright. Okay, let me look at the rest of his outfit. For lizards, yeah, me too. Lizards are awesome. I'm not a fan of the snake's food, right? Because it's got to be all like alive. Well, lizard food has to be alive too, but it's not the same. Just bugs. Okay, there's that. How can I make this better? Go with the black. Now this is what I'm talking about, white. If you want to make your models pop out a little bit, go in with the black, especially on a kind of model like this. It's supposed to be like that kind of cartoon. Dark line. Dark line, dark line. More extreme than the known oil, really. Hey, thank you for the follow. How do I say your name? Haxor. Wait, Hax Robinator. There we go. That's a good name. Yeah, snakes not eating bugs. Hax Robinator, welcome to the group. Welcome to our channel. Feel free to lurk and watch us paint. Pivots if you want to. Ask questions if you want to. Listen to, do you guys want to listen to some music? Let's listen to some music. This is a good, oh yeah, there we go. Good. Hax Robinator just redeemed a song. Okay, Hax, you get a pick. We've got Japanese metal, chill EDM. What else do we have? Lo-fi hip hop and J-pop, which is like probably the least of my favorite of that group of things. So you tell me what you want to listen to. Chill EDM, lo-fi hip hop, Japanese metal. Play all the songs. Okay, we'll just go to all the songs. Hold on one second. We're gonna switch up playlist. Like, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. We'll just do random. Random. That's a J-pop track, by the way. However, be any popped, truthfully. So I think that the songs that we have curated in our library are infinitely better. Hey, Laminus, how are you? Hope everything is good. Right, I'm cleaning up the edges of everything here now with my black. If I don't have my glasses on, make sure that you do @Shoshie's Minis to get my attention if you want to say something directly to me. Otherwise, I might miss it, or it might take me a minute to notice that you're trying to get my attention. Glasses off! Exclamation point. Glasses off. So, yeah, it's kind of poppy, huh? Okay. Gotta get in here. All right. I want to make him pop just a little bit more. So I'm gonna add a little bit too. Setting a final highlight. Some of these buttons. And let's do this red. Pop it here. See? Yeah, that'll pop against that skin, I think. All right, let's do this logo, because that's a very significant logo, I think. I have to check. You were just outside trying to spot the Skylink satellites. It's too cloudy. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. I'm going to go through. I have to look up my friend who I'm painting these for and see if I've got pictures of some of the other models I've done in the past for him. Oh, I have. There we go. I did the logo for the fish guy in this series. Okay, I need red. Hi, Stephen Hugh. How are you? Good morning. Did you just wake up? Or have you been awake a little while? Right. Use the side of my brush to try to hit the highlight of the logo. So much easier than trying to paint it with the tip of your brush. To kind of brush it against the side of the brush. I like how that red, it adds something interesting to the model too. Like little, I want to get these letters right, so I'm kind of slowing down a little bit. This is being painted with the tip of the brush. Because I feel like if I don't slow down and do it that way, it might end up messing it up. All right, that's awesome. I'm really happy with how that turned out. I think pretty simple. Let's make the base part black. right? See if that makes everything pop even more. Probably will. Oh, I love the feeling of getting stuff done, guys. I've got some more stuff we're going to work on here in a minute if I get this done. I have been busy, which I'm really happy about because I like to work. Right there, he's good. I need to sign him. I need to sign the bottom. There we go. 2020. Crazy year. Oh my gosh. All right, now this guy. We're almost done with him too. Let's block in all that gray. So, go lightly over that white. It's covering up the white pretty. So if I just lightly glaze the white, blue-gray, cover it up as much. Not bad. Yeah. I need to get in this guy and do all the black lining with this as well. Peepees. Oh. Rebel says was just outside trying to spot the sky. Good, thank you. Just finished my breakfast, preparing to start painting. Yum. I had some popcorn for breakfast. I've been eating really weird. Mike made pulled pork, so I had some little bit of pulled pork for lunch, which was yummy. All right, I'm leaving those dark black shadows. This is also Japanese metal. No, this is not Japanese pop. No, this is Japanese metal. Or close to it anyway, right? Sketching on the paint right now. Kind of modeled good style for that. Add a little bit of ivory instead of white, because white sometimes can get a little chalky. Like ivory a little better. Highlight with. That lighter blue. See, now we need to go back in his face, because a little bit lighter, a little bit lighter each time. Layers. That creates those volumes. His chin and his nose are the brightest. Bit on his bottom lip. Some of that with that darker flesh tone up there. See that? What is this called again? Philtrum. The philtrum of the lips. is that little divot. More light right here. That looks good. Gotta bounce. Time for school. All right. Have a good one, Zeb. Have a good class. He's in an online class right now. All right, let me check out what lobster looks like real quick. Here's how we got. Bluish lobster. Good. Definitely has gray, and then do the outside of his goggles. Supposed to be gray. And then the inside of his goggles are this orangey yellow, like this one. Hardfire. Give this a good shake. Yeah, that's actually perfect. Probably should have put down white first to go underneath this. Drawing funny. Can do 2 coats and be okay. Yeah. Side. Oh, I think this is one of the new songs. Yes. The new chill EDM songs, I think. Got a little bit of a Japanese flavor to it. Okay. Oh, I like it. That gave him a lot of character. More light face. I got some on the top of his goggles, so I'll take that off in a minute. Good though. I can go back with the gray and cover. All right. Take a look at his front again. He's really monochrome, isn't it? But I like this, the black too. Yeah. Yes, exactly, Rumble. Very comic book villain. But he's supposed to be, I think he's supposed to be a good guy though. Definitely in that comic style. Back. Or paint on my brush. Go. Again, I can paint with the wide side of my brush. Get a lot more done quickly than if I'm just sitting there and stroking with the tip of my brush. Different brush strokes for different tasks. Lays back over those epaulets. Epaulets? Is that how I say it? Epaulets? Is that right? Sides a little bit. Enough on my brush. Looks like blue. It looks like blue leather. Back in here with my black. Define some of my creases. Crevices of the hair. I really love this music so much. All right, so for his little lobster claw thing, I'm gonna mix a little ivory with my gray. I'm gonna paint buttons that color. Sides of his collar and the top of his collar for highlight. Sides of his little, whatever these earpieces are. Like a pilot or something. Right, here we go. He's almost done as well. I go in here with my black glasses, crisp rub. Around the edge of the goggle as well, and all of the little things that are going to have a little drop shadow, right? Okay. Get a little bit more of this highlight color. Ooh, what color was that? I got some green mixed in somehow. Okay. Go right over it. Love the flute from this. So relaxing. Yeah. Little sketchy. Back with darker gray. Is it? All right. Last thing that needs to be done is I think his top here, this thing needs to be like a bright blue. In the, see what it looks like. In the comic, it's always blue. Hi, Miniature Painter. I was in the zone. Miniature Painter says, do you have any tips on how to start in commission painting? I'm okay. Tips. Yes, get your friends to hire you. That is how I would start. That's my number one tip. When you're very first starting, get your friends to hire you. They will be your bread and butter as you're building up your business. No. Other than that, I mean, every market is different. I will tell you one thing. Make sure that you want to do this as a job, because making your hobby into your job is a big thing to think about. You might have to paint when you don't feel like it. It might make it so that you never want to paint your own stuff again. So think about all those things. Also, have backups. If you're going to be self-employed, you need to have multiple sources of income. I have my husband that supports me. I don't think I would be doing this if I had to do this on my own, or if I did, I would definitely be doing things very differently than how I'm currently doing them. Right? Because it's very expensive to be in this business, as far as you don't make a lot of money. Not make a lot of money. That also brings me to my next point is don't undercharge. Don't be undercutting other artists. Try to find out what the actual going rate in your area is and work with that. Don't try to undercut people. This business has been built on kind of bottom dollar bid wars, and it's frankly bullcrap. Want to piss me off? There's nothing you can do, except for undercut other artists and offer to do stuff for free. That's the worst thing you could do, is offer to do anything for free. Get your friends to hire you. And as you skill up, eventually change and start charging more. Right? There we go. I'm going to give this a little bit more gray because it's just too blue to me. Better. A lot better. Needed that little bit of... I got 2 commissions done in one stream. I feel very proud of myself. That's the other thing you need to do if you're a commission painter, is get fast. Get fast. And don't lower your prices when you get faster. Okay? If something took you a while to do before, that's the way you give yourself a raise. Anyway, that is all the business tips that I'm going to give, because I actually charge quite a bit for business coaching, because it's the knowledge that I've acquired for business is way more valuable than my painting knowledge to me, because it took me decades to learn about, the business side of things. Not something I just give away for free either. Listen to me as I tell you not to give stuff away for free. I guess you'd need a portfolio. This is what Rumble says. Yeah, friends would be a good way to build that. Exactly. Tell me if that helps. I want to know that you're still listening, miniature painter. Did you get all that? Go. Those are basic. I feel like I need to go back in and a little bit more on those. A little bit. Yeah, I'll just do a little bit of ivory. More highlights here. Pop things. Watch what that's gonna do. Kind of flat. So this is the tabletop version of the edge highlight, right? That looks good. My glass back on. Chris says, yes, thank you very much for the advice. Very helpful. Good. Belos, good morning. How is the weather in Australia? How are the ants? And how is the doggo? All right, that pops a lot more now. A little bit more gray in there. There we go. So much better. I'm gonna give him a little bit of a highlighted nose a little bit. Belos, are you familiar with the Hellboy? I can't remember if you have these models. Go. This one, especially, I feel like I need to do a little bit of this, a little bit of taupe. Kind of going back and I'm hitting that model with just a final highlight because I think it needs to be brought up just a little bit. Got a little bit of ochre back. It's not so flat. All right. I'm gonna look at chat. Hold on. Okay. It feels so good to got those done. All right, let me check. Melissa's getting cold. Ants are awesome too. Alex is his usual happy, helpful self. Thank you for. Aww. Hi, Mikey. How are you doing? Mad love. Ooh, that's a crooked heart. There we go. Yeah, hope everybody's doing well. All right, it's 4:45. We've got about 75 minutes, or not 75 minutes. That's not a thing. We've got about 45 minutes left. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little building. Or shall we? So I could build and I could also paint on this guy. If you want to see. No, I kind of want to paint on this guy. Since I got commissions done, I want to do something for myself. Technically for myself, technically for you guys. So I'm going to put some gloves on. I'm going to reprime him black because there's no way he's going to work out the way I want it to as with the white primer. And I've got a mask. Everybody should be wearing a mask if you're going to airbrush. I'll be right back. I'm going to take off these headphones. Probably won't wear my headphones while I'm trying to airbrush. All right. Everybody can hear me okay? Good. So that's pretty good. Let's turn on the airbrush. Our Shoshie in the house. And I back that off. Let's put that needle, set that needle back in. Uh-oh.
Needle is a little bit stuck. There we go. Oh, that did not feel good coming out. Okay, there's it needs to be cleaned. First clean paper towel. 45 minutes is much different than setting. We only have 45 minutes left. Yes. 75 minutes is a lot longer than 45 minutes. We have less than an hour. There we go. Now I can put that needle back. Yes. Slid right in. Make sure that's attached. Split the difference, yeah. I feel like there is a little hissiness going on. We're going to put some thinner. Always, always, always put the thinner in to lubricate the model. Or lubricate the, wait. There we go. There. Now, put the black primer. Final Res is the only primer that we use, and it's obviously well used because I love it. Pour that directly in the cup. I think that will be enough. And I want this guy. Ooh. Oh, I forgot. I made a cardinal sin. I tried to spray on the model before. I made sure. I want to make a nice. There we go. There we go. Okay. Do this. I'm going to reprime this black because I realized after the fact that the technique I want to do, which is the colored metallics, won't work if he is got white on him. And I just now realized I'm going to have to hair dry him in order for him to be ready to go to paint as well. Alright, that's mostly good. Ooh. Move my commissions out of the way. Luckily they didn't get overspray on them, I don't think. Real quick. That was empty, so now I get to put cleaner in the brush. Oops. Helps to take off the cap. And a little scrubby. Get all the cruddy off the sides of the airbrush, and I'm going to dump this whole cup in the trash because I don't want the little floaters to get in my airbrush. See the little floaters because they don't completely dissolve, and you don't want something like that going through your airbrush at all. You hear those crickets? They're so annoying. Oh. Now it's starting to look clear, and that's good. And I got my little dump pots here. A little bit more. See, now it's really clear. Okay. Now, it's probably going to be a little bit gray. Oh, not so bad. Yes, it is a Patriot 105. I use it for almost everything Fluffy Zealot. I love it, especially priming. It's a workhorse. See that little bit of black on the end of that? I'm gonna spray out the rest. See, when it comes, it's almost clear. I'm going to take the needle out now. Just wipe it. Oh, it should be good to go. Yeah, you love yours too. I know. I want another one. I need another one. It's not the only brush that I use, but it's the number one brush that I use. For sure. I use it more than any of my other brushes, I will say that. Alright, I'm done with the airbrush. And now,
I need to get the hairdryer out. So I'm going to mute my lav mic. Actually, I need to look at my little mask face things. What other brush do I have? I have Harder and Steenbeck, yes. I also have a Patriot. What's it called? No, it's not a Patriot. It's the. Hold on. It's. I have a couple Patriots actually. This is another Patriot. I have the. Starts the Renegade Chrome, and I also that's also a Badger brush, and I also have. So in 2016 or 17, Badger came out with an Adepticon special. They've not made anything exactly like it since, but some other similar, not a Sotar. It's similar to the Patriot Extreme, but it has all the best qualities of other brushes, but it's like a hybrid of a whole bunch of brushes. And it's my favorite, but I've not been using it much. I know that it's almost like a one-of-a-kind brush right now. So I got to talk to Ken because I think he came out with a similar brush, and so I might have to get that. But I'm really good with the Patriot. I really like it. Put these away. What was I gonna do? I was gonna get my hairdryer out. Got your first cup of coffee? Is that for the morning? Where are you? What part of the world are you in, Mikey? If you don't mind me asking, I'm gonna hair dry. I'm gonna mute myself just now. All right, I'm back. We're in South Korea. Awesome. And I think I say onion. Yo. I think that's how I say it. Forgive me, that's the only Korean I know. Genuine Vision speaks fluent Korean. He taught English in Korea for years, so he's the guy who's really good. All right, I have got, not only does using the hairdryer help dry the paint fast, but it also helps cure it. That set the paint a little more as well. Go, we're ready. So I'm gonna look for some of my metallic metal colors. I think I've got some in. Thought of this before. Might have to dig through my everlasting fungus. Royal purple. I put red enough. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. This is called russet. It's pretty close. We're going to add some pigment to it to see if we can jazz it up. You don't speak Korean either? You're working as a contractor? That's cool. All right, I'm going to put this on the palette. Ooh, that's a beautiful red. I'm going to add a little bit of transparent. I'll add the transparent. Wait. God, these crickets are going to drive me nuts. Add a little transparent red to the metallic and see what happens. Become bright red. Hope. Yes. Something. Exactly what I wanted. Full ruby color. Yes. All right, look at that. Lovely. Got a little metallic sheen to it. All right. I lost my paper towel. I'm all out. So I'm going to start with this red. I'm going to look at my Lord. I think he's called the Lord of Corn. Called the Lord of Corn or the Corn Lord? I can't remember now. I'll just type Lord of Corn. Holy cow, can you hear those crickets? They're having a party. There's like 5 of them in time. K-O-K-H-O. I have my caps lock on, so it looks like I'm screaming into my search bar. There we go. Of K-H-R. There he is. Okay. That. I kind of like, yes. Wow. Oh, he has had a couple different sculpts. In the past, he was riding. Kill some crickets here in a minute. Sorry. Can you guys hear it? Corgus Cole, thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Painting to scale. Thank you for the raid. I just missed it by just a second. It's were driving me nuts. Horny Lord of Might. How are you, painting to scale? I'm hoping that you're having a good. You can hear mines. It doesn't matter. Okay, Corgus. Or Goss. Wait. Yeah. Got me in the middle of searching for a model. So give me a second. What's everybody doing? Welcome everybody, and give some hype and some mad love to painting to scale. What were you working on today? Oh, they're finally being quiet again. Hold on. Nope, it's still not working. Hold on. And concentrate. Corgus, K-O-R. Oh, there he is. I found him. Yeah. Oh. Like he. Trying to find somebody. But I like to use artwork sometimes. A really good piece of art. That up, and I can show that on. All right, take a look at this, guys. This is Corgus Cull. That's how you say his name. Good trips. Doing pretty dandy, thank you. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Worked on a Professor X in 90s. Oh, X-Men board game. That is awesome. All right, this is Corgus Cull that we are going to be painting, and that's going to be my reference, I think. So I'm going to try to work out something like that. All right, so I'm going to start with my ruby color that I just mixed, and I just added some transparent red to some already metallic red. Nice and bright. Put this Corgus here. He's got that is probably not the right color, but I just there right now on here. A little on the pink side. I told you about how somebody once criticized my painting and they were like, that red is not the right red for the blood god corn. Like, oh, I will. Sorry, I don't want to be pissing off corn. Orange reds. This is more of a pink red, but we'll prove it as I paint on it. So I'm trying to paint this like kind of boho style. Not really sure what he's done though. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. There we go. All right, can you see now? Hate to raid and run. No, you go ahead. I do that all the time. I understand. Sometimes you just gotta raid and run because you've been streaming all day and now it's time. Paint this smoothly. I might have to slow down a little bit, get thin coats and build it up because it's a metallic. Yeah, that's looking cool though. Notice that I'm not painting on top of the part that's going to be gold. I want to leave that alone. Overpaint stuff. Model that would be probably a little easier sub-assembled, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Chaos, so if he's get him a little bit messy, probably get away with it because chaos mess. On his crotch area, crotchally area. Forward to pulled pork for dinner. That's pulled leg. Now what we'll do once we get once we drop the model in our palette, get some base coats down and get things situated here. I'm going to add some more transparent paint and open up shadows and stuff. I'm going to use transparent purples and stuff like that. Great. Now, if I were doing like WWBD, what would Bohun do? I think he would be doing his little dry brush technique on the black. I'm just gonna get in here with this first. And I'm gonna look at that as well. Reverend Dangle says, corn doesn't care what color you wear as long as you goals. Yes. What is this? What is this mini? It's his name is, say his name was? Mighty Lord of Coin. Cromdoll? Wait. Corgus Cull is his name. Corgus Cull. Night Ravage. Off to bed. Yep. It's actually got a half an hour left of the stream. We'll be going to bed soon. We'll be putting everybody. Red's gonna go here. He's a cool model. I got this model at Dragon Ball Con, and I got him for like $50 or something like that. And I thought, oh, I'll just paint him up and make him look cool. Probably a skull. I don't want that red. Go in the whatever this chaos symbol is. What I talked about, how we're going to end up dark lining. We'll dark line with the purple, not black. Better. A lot of little details. Okay. Plate, you can do that. That. All right, now since this part is darker, a little bit, but then not. If I get some paint where it's not supposed to be, I'll go back and fix it. Get really clean. Paint clean. You can't paint with like lots of fancy highlights and shadows. Practice painting clean. Okay? So do you see how I dripped over into his cloak? Go back and clean all that up. If I can try to paint. Okay. That whole cloak. Not metallic. Looking good already, I think. Corn god, the blood god is like him. Not as red as I want it yet. Getting there. Like you said, we need to give him skulls or else he's not going to be happy with his colors. Skulls. All right. Back real quick before I forget. Back is not nearly filled. I guess okay because you're not much. Anybody here play Chaos? Would anybody play with this model? Would they use him? He's going to be as part of the auction that we're going to be doing. Like him, possibly. Okay. Now, I need to go back with the black, clean up, paint. But it will look better. Let's do it in spots where it's going to matter the most. Wherever our gold is going. take that extra little time, kind of meditative. This is something I learned in from the War Machine people, is to do this. How much better that looks already. Now, go over paint outside the lines. Side of my brush to get those details. How this is already look better, just being clean. And I think most of this side's pretty good though. Let me check that. Chatters. Corn is your main army. Awesome. Have I got metallic in the red? Yes, not only do I have metallic in the red, because I used, this is a brand, and you can put this in my Amazon wish list down, or not wish list, my Shoshie recommends down in my profile. Lumiere by Jacquard. Get this. You can get this in a bunch of sets of beautiful, brilliant metallics. And this one is a red, but I added a little bit of the transparent red to it to make it more red. Might put those crickets in the fridge. Then they'll go a little dormant. Doing a second thin. And like I said, I'm doing this because Bohun did it, or he's doing it on his Patreon. A really amazing painter, so you should go and check out his Patreon so you can see how to do it the real way. Because I'm just guessing. Just guessing this is what Bohun's doing. Doing a Bohun knockoff, basically, based on a picture I saw. I will probably subscribe to his Patreon this month, though, just to see. Here, I got some red on the chainmail, so I'm going to go back in. And that. Now it's looking crisp. Okay. Red on the side. All right. Very clean now. We've got it in a good place. I'm going to get into the gold now. I'm going to use my Pro Grill golds because I love them, and I'm going to start with golds. Start with burgundy. It'll be interesting. You'll see why. We're going to start with this mahogany. And then we're going to do the gold over the top. I had to cancel your Bohun Patreon, but he is a great teacher. Ideally, I'd like to take another course with him. Yeah, definitely. Free Age of Sigmar. All right, I'm going to put this down. This is my burgundy. Ooh, and I just got it all over my fingers, so I'm just going to take these gloves off. Lovely thing about gloves. I know a lot of people had to cancel Patreons and stuff. Just back them for $1. You know, I think that would still mean a lot to people. All right, I'm going in here now with my burgundy over the top of that black. I'm making this up. I don't really know if this is how I want it or not, but I think it will. What my idea is, by creating a burgundy backdrop for that gold, it's going to warm up the golds a lot, but it's also to create my shadows and stuff for my red and my gold. Do this one leg first. Doesn't work, I can try on something else. Okay, is that better? Is that pretty good burgundy on that? Okay, then the purple. Remember how we talked about where we're going to use the transparent purple? And get the transparent purple, put that in my well palette. I'm going to mix a little bit of red, with my transparent purple. Get a more. I'm going to go in and I'm going to work. I might just have to use straight purple. Try that. I'm going to go in and cut into all my shadows. Yes. Gosh, I think I like it. Yes, that worked pretty well. I'm going to cut into all my shadows on the armor. Purple. Like the equivalent of using like a Druchii violet or something shade. And my hope is that it's also going to depth to my red a little bit. Because it's the purple will nice deep color. Dark line. Okay. Have a metallic orange. Metallic orange would be really good to highlight. What do I have though? What? Got Victorian brass. And all right, I'm gonna go in with my gold now. I've got this rich gold metallic. I feel like once I get this on, it might help a lot. Okay. Rumples. Amber says I was bummed when Bohan's class was canceled. Have now had to cancel all their courses. Possible exception, week-long course in October. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure that I'm not gonna go to any conventions this year. I've already decided that I'm gonna be backing out of all my Samlands had to cancel. Yep. Yeah. I was going to be teaching workshops around the country this year as well. Not anymore. But you know what? Everything in its time, right? You know, maybe it'll happen next year. It'll give me a chance to work on some curriculum or something. All right. Let's go in with this gold and try this. Yeah, I'm going to, again, the edges, I'm going to leave dark. I want that drop shadow of that, how that looks against that red. That little pivot. Cool. Not bohan cool, but still. Uh-oh. What I did? Dragged gold paint up on red. Not painting. Slow down. That little drop shadow of that burgundy pops better. Ah, it looks cool. It's a little, hang on. I'm gonna use some of this burgundy, the shadows of my red. What happens? Right. Yeah, because the purple is too purple, I think. I'm using flat paint to create that shadow. What happens if I put transparent over? Let's do a silver and then transparent over the top and see what that does. Or maybe the gold and then try that. Let's try gold on top of this red to highlight it. Okay. We're just experimenting. So I highlighted the gold wherever my highlights should be. Okay, looks cool. Now, transparent red, where'd it go? Here is it. Uh-oh. Don't shake it when the cap is open. Dummy. All right, transparent red. My goal is that it is transparent and it will go over that gold. What happens? Now, kind of pretty. So silver, so metallic medium. See what happens when we use the white alchemy. I want this to be bright. I'm worried that it's going to be pink with this. Try a lighter gold first. Go with bright gold. Make this good. It always out with the medium. Taking a little bit more. Okay. Yeah. Yes. All right. So this is a really light gold. What people are saying. Gonna send me more commissions. Yay! Amber is gonna keep me very happy during this. Not Amber, no. Strongly suspect the October week-long class will be well. Yeah, I'm not going to any public big gatherings with nerds. I just not gonna. Love you guys, but I think I want to stick around a while. I'm the kind of person I get asthma whenever I get sick, so I am not a good candidate for that. Try adding some transparent to gold and see what happens. Go metallic on. Went like a rose gold cut. Oh, pretty though. Yeah. Pretty. I got that orange that I wanted though. Ooh, I like it. Getting somewhere now. What do you think? Like the gold highlight is a little too gold? See what happens when I just put the gold straight on the black. Amazing, you like it? Getting there, huh? So that purple in there is really pushing that gold, making it pop. That's what's really helping. Put some where I got gold back in. For how we gotta do those drop shadows, especially on the top. Working. Yep. Now I want to show you all those little rivets. Take your sharp brush, put that little purple right on top of it. One of them. I can dot it with a little bit of the gold. And now we're working on a boot, but it's good so far. So I'm leaving the side of my brush. All right, I'm almost flat. Top of the red. That's model so that I can get the brush to be at the angle I need it to be at. Cat hair, no. Oh. Yes, coming along, guys. It's definitely not as red as it needs to be on the inside there. But when we get all of our shading and everything, it's going to look good. I think this is going to be a fun, cool looking model once we finish it. Dear Sir Snoofulus, I'm new to minis, learning on my first Orc Boys, really struggling with how to layer and highlight clothes and textiles. So how did I learn it? I went to workshops, but I also teach how to do this. So Sir Snoofulus, you can go to my YouTube channel, and there's a bunch of videos on how I'm painting things. I'm always teaching all the videos, so you can take it. Red looks like it's being lit by the gold. It does. But yeah, you can go there and you'll pick stuff up pretty quickly. Google some basic videos and check those out, and just copy. How I would definitely start. All right, let's go ahead and find someone to host. It's that time. So let me sit back. We're going to. We haven't rated key lime in a little bit. Key lime Prime is a friend of the channel. So when I get ready here to start our end credits, once I get the raid going, go ahead and punch that raid button. Join that raid, and watching this on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button. And we'll see you again Wednesday. We're going to paint some more. We're going to be doing more of this fun stuff for the auction. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to get us all set to raid. There you go. Punch that like button. Punch that, join that raid button. There you go. We'll be back on Wednesday, 2:30 to 5:30 GMT -6, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye, guys. Go say hi to Key Lime. Thank you. Thank you.